The building directory says floor 14, Medical Plaza, Suite 1402, Dr. Chen's optometry office. My fingers trace the raised braille numbers one more time, just to be sure. 14, I've got this. I can do this. 3 weeks blind, and I'm still telling myself I can do simple things like take an elevator alone. The doors slide open with a soft chime. I step inside, my cane tapping against polished floors. The space smells clean, antiseptic, normal elevator smell. I reach for the button panel, counting from the bottom. Ground floor, 2, 3, 4. I press what should be 14. The doors close. The elevator rises. I count floors in my head, feeling the subtle shifts as we pass each level. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Then the elevator doesn't stop at 14. It keeps going. 15, 16, up to 17. My stomach drops. I must have pressed the wrong button, counted wrong. I reach for the panel again, fingers searching frantically for the button to stop this thing, to go back down. But before I can find it, the elevator stops with a gentle bump. The doors slide open, different smell. Not antiseptic, not medical. Expensive leather and something else. Something that makes my omega instincts sit up and pay attention. Cedar and winter rain, and underneath it all, power, alpha, very, very alpha. This isn't floor 14. Wrong floor, a voice says from directly in front of me. Deep, commanding, the kind of voice that doesn't expect to be questioned. I stumble backward, my back hitting the elevator wall. I'm sorry, I stammer, wrong button. I'm already reaching for the panel again, trying to make the doors close. Trying to escape. But footsteps approach. 2 sets. The cedar scent gets stronger, joined by something else. Smoke and amber. 2 alphas. Oh God, I'm trapped in an elevator with 2 alphas and I can't see them, and I have no idea where I am. You're on the penthouse level, the first voice says. Private access only. How did you get up here? I pressed 14, I say quickly. Medical office. I must have counted wrong. I'm blind. I didn't mean to trespass. Please, I'll just go. I'm fumbling with the buttons now, pressing everything I can reach. Nothing happens. The doors stay open. Our elevator requires a key card for access. The second voice says, warmer than the first, but still edged with suspicion. You shouldn't have been able to get up here at all. Unless, the first voice says, and something in his tone shifts. Dangerous. Well, someone gave you the card, let you up here deliberately. What? No, I shake my head frantically. Nobody gave me anything. I just got in the elevator in the lobby, I swear. A hand grabs my arm. Not rough, but firm enough that I can't pull away. The cedar-scented alpha. He's close enough now that I can feel the heat radiating off him. You're coming with us, he says, until we figure out what's going on. Please, my voice breaks. I'm just trying to get to my doctor's appointment. I'm not. Gunfire. The sound explodes through the space, so loud I can't hear anything else for a moment. Glass shatters somewhere behind me. The hand on my arm yanks me forward, out of the elevator. I stumble, my cane clattering to the floor. Someone's shooting at us, the warm-voiced alpha says, and he doesn't sound surprised. Just resigned. Inside, now. Well, I'm being pulled across open space. My feet catch on something, maybe a rug. I would have fallen if strong hands weren't holding me upright. More gunshots, closer this time. Something hot grazes my arm, and I gasp. Pain blooms sharp and immediate. You're hit, Cedar Scent says. Keep moving. A door slams. The gunfire becomes muffled, suddenly quieter. My arm is on fire. I can feel something wet trickling down to my elbow. Blood. That's definitely blood. Sit, someone orders. Hands push me down onto what feels like a leather couch. I'm shaking so hard my teeth chatter. Where am I? What's happening? Assassination attempt, the warm voice says calmly, like it's a normal Tuesday occurrence. 3rd one this month. 3rd? My voice comes out as a squeak. Who are you people? Later, Cedar Scent says. His hands are on my injured arm now. I'm pressing something soft against the wound. A towel, maybe. Right now, we need to stop the bleeding. It hurts, I manage to say, which feels stupid because obviously it hurts. I know, he says, and his voice has gone softer. Just a graze. You'll be fine. The other Alpha is on the phone somewhere nearby. His voice low and clipped. I need a medical team, penthouse level, 1 civilian injured, possible infiltration of building security. Civilian. That's me. The blind Omega who got in the wrong elevator and somehow ended up in the middle of an assassination attempt. This can't be real. This can't be happening. What's your name? Cedar Scent asks. His hands are steady on my arm, applying pressure that makes me wince. Kai, I whisper. Kai Chen. And you? I'm Elias, he says. That's Rowan. Rowan ends his call. Footsteps approach. The smoke and amber scent gets stronger. Medical team will be here in 5 minutes, he says. Building security is doing a sweep. Whoever was shooting is gone. For now, Elias adds grimly. They'll regroup and try again. They always do. Who's trying to kill you? I ask. And why did I have to be in that elevator? We don't know yet, Rowan says, but we're gonna find out. Welcome to our channel. I hope you all are doing great. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button for more stories like this one. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story about the wrong floors, dangerous alphas, and discovering that sometimes the worst mistakes lead to the most important destinations. The doctor finishes bandaging my arm in silence. She's efficient, professional, asking questions about pain levels and allergies with the same tone someone might use to discuss the weather. All done, she finally says. Keep it clean and dry, no strenuous activity for a week. Thank you, I manage. My voice sounds hollow even to my own ears. She leaves. I hear the door close behind her. Then it's just me and them again, the twins, because apparently that's what they are. Identical twins. Not that I can see them, but I heard them talking while the doctor worked, finishing each other's sentences, that eerie synchronization that twins sometimes have. You can't go home, Rowan says. No preamble, just facts. My hands curl into fists. Excuse me. They saw you, Elias explains. Whoever was shooting. They saw you with us in that elevator. Even if you're not actually involved, they'll assume you are, which makes you a target. Rowan finishes. This is insane, I say. I got in the wrong elevator. I don't even know who you are or why people are trying to kill you. We'll explain everything, Elias says. But first, you need to understand the situation. You're not safe anymore. So what? I'm just supposed to stay here with 2 strangers indefinitely. For now, yes, Rowan says. We have security, resources, everything you need to stay protected. I don't want your protection. I stand up too fast. My vision spins. Not that there's anything to spin since it's all darkness anyway. I want to go home. I want my life back. My phone buzzes in my pocket. I pull it out, fumbling with the accessibility features. The robotic voice reads the caller ID. Mom, mobile. My stomach drops. I answer. Where are you? My mother's voice is sharp, accusatory. You missed your appointment. Dr. Chen called to reschedule. I had an incident, I say carefully. I'm okay, but incident, she repeats. Of course, always something with you, always making everything difficult. Mom, please, I had to call your brother, she continues, talking over me. Tell him to come pick up Sage. I can't deal with both of you today. Sage. My little brother. He's only 6 years old. Wait, I say urgently. Why can't you deal with him? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong except that you're not here to handle him like you're supposed to, she snaps. He's been crying all morning, saying he's scared. I don't have time for this, Kai. You need to come home right now. My brother cries when he's hurt, when someone's hurt him. My chest tightens. Put him on the phone. No, you come home. Mom, I try to keep my voice steady. Please just let me talk to him for a second. The line goes dead. I'm already moving toward where I think the door is. I have to go, I say, right now. You can't, Rowan says, and his voice has gone hard, cold. They're hunting us. If you leave, you're dead. Then I'm dead, I snap, but I'm not leaving my brother in that house, not when he's scared. Elias's hand touches my shoulder, gentle, careful. Tell us about your brother. What's going on at home? My throat closes up. I don't, Kai, he says softly. We can help, but we need to understand the situation. I hate this. Hate being vulnerable in front of strangers. Hate that I need help. Hate that my brother is suffering and I can't get to him. My mother, I forced the words out. She's not stable. When she's having an episode, she takes it out on whoever's nearby. Usually me, but I've been here, so. Sage is there alone. Elias finishes. Yes, we can get him out, Rowan says. Give us the address. We'll send people. I shake my head. She won't let him go. Not unless I'm there. She uses him to control me. Knows I'll always come back for him. Then we go together, Elias says. All three of us. It's too dangerous, Rowan argues. For us, maybe. But Kai's brother is 6 years old and scared. We're going. Silence. Then Rowan sighs. Fine. But we do this my way. Full security detail. Armored vehicles. And if anything feels wrong, we extract and leave immediately. Agreed, Elias says. He turns to me. Get your brother. Bring him back here. We'll keep you both safe. Why? I ask. Why would you do this for someone you don't even know? Because, Elias says quietly, his hand still on my shoulder, his cedar scent wrapping around me like comfort. You're ours. The words hang in the air between us. Ours. What does that even mean? Before I can ask, Rowan speaks. We felt it, he says, in the elevator, the bond. You're our mate, Kai. The world tilts sideways. Mate? They think I'm their mate. Both of them. I start. That's impossible. Mate bonds don't work that way. You can't just feel it instantly. We did, Elias says, the moment you stepped into that elevator, both of us at the same time. That's why we stopped you, why we wouldn't let you leave, not just because of the shooting, but because, he trails off. Because you're ours, Rowan finishes, and we protect what's ours. I should argue, should tell them they're wrong, that this is crazy, that I need to leave and never come back. But something deep in my Omega instincts is responding to those words, to their sense, to the way they're looking at me even though I can't see them. Mine, something whispers inside me. They're mine. I push it down, ignore it. My brother comes first. Everything else, including impossible mate bonds and assassination attempts, and 2 alphas who smell like home, can wait. The car ride to my mother's house is tense. I sit in the back between Elias and Rowan. Their scents surround me, cedar and smoke, winter rain and amber, grounding. Outside I hear other vehicles, the security detail they mentioned. How much further? Rowan asks. 2 more blocks, I say. Turn left at the next light. My hands are shaking. I clasp them together in my lap, trying to hide it. Elias's hand covers both of mine, warm, steady. It's going to be okay, he says. We'll get him out. I nod, not trusting my voice. The car slows, stops. We're here, the driver says. I reach for the door handle, but Rowan stops me. Wait, he says. Let security clear the perimeter first. I don't have time, I argue. He's in there. He's scared. 60 seconds? Rowan says firmly. That's all I'm asking. The longest 60 seconds of my life. Then Rowan's door opens. All clear, someone says from outside. Let's go. Elias guides me out of the car. My feet find the familiar cracked sidewalk. 5 steps to the front door. I've walked this path 1,000 times. My hand finds the doorknob. It's unlocked. It's always unlocked because my mother doesn't believe in security, says only criminals need locked doors. The house smells the same, stale cigarette smoke and cheap air freshener, my mother's perfume. The scent makes my skin crawl. Mom, I call out, I'm here. Kai, my mother's voice comes from the living room. Sharp, irritated, about time. Where's Sage? I ask. Around here somewhere, she says dismissively. Probably hiding. You know how dramatic he gets. I move toward the stairs. My brother's room is on the 2nd floor, but before I can reach them, I hear it, crying, soft and muffled, coming from the closet under the stairs. Sage, I'm at the closet door immediately. My hand's fumbling for the handle. It's locked. Where's the key? My mother doesn't answer. I turn toward where her voice came from. Where is the key to this closet? Why do you need it? She asks. There's something in her tone, something cruel. He's been bad today. He can stay in there until he learns. You locked a 6-year-old in a closet, Elias says. His voice has gone cold. Dangerous. Who the hell are you? My mother demands. People who are about to make your life very difficult. So Rowan says, break it down. I hear movement, then a sharp crack as the door gives way. Sage, I'm reaching into the darkness. Small hands grab mine immediately. Kai, his voice is broken, terrified. I've got you. I pull him into my arms. You're safe now, I promise. You can't just break into my house. My mother shouts, I'll call the police. You abused a child, Rowan says flatly. Please call the police. I'd love to explain to them what we found. Mrs. Chen, Elias says. His voice has gone formal. Professional. We're removing both your children from this home. If you attempt to stop us or contact them, you'll deal with me personally. I don't think you'll enjoy that experience. My mother starts sputtering threats and curses, but Rowan is already moving, guiding me and Sage toward the door. We're in the car before I can fully process what just happened. Sage is clutching me so tightly I can barely breathe. It's okay, I whisper into his hair. We're leaving. We're never going back. Where are we going? He asks. His voice is so small. Somewhere safe, I promise. Somewhere she can't hurt you anymore. The drive back to the penthouse is quiet except for Sage's occasional sniffles. Elias explains things to him gently about the building, the security, the space they're going to set up for him. Sage doesn't respond much, just holds on to me like I might disappear. When we arrive, Rowan carries Sage inside. He's fallen asleep, exhausted from crying. Elias guides me to what he says is a guest room. Sage will stay here, he explains, right next to your room. He'll be safe. Connected bathroom, everything he needs. How? I start. My voice cracks. How can I ever repay you for this? You don't, Elias says simply. This isn't a transaction. We take care of what's ours. That word again. Ours. I'm too tired to argue about mate bonds and impossible connections. Too emotionally drained to question why two alpha strangers would upend their lives for someone they met hours ago. So I just nod. Thank you. We'll talk more tomorrow, Elias says. For now, rest. Your brother is safe. You're safe. That's what matters. He leaves. I make my way to the bed, my injured arm throbbing. Everything hurts. My body, my heart, my head. But Sage is safe. That's all that matters. I close my eyes, not that it makes a difference, and let exhaustion pull me under. The next few days blur together. Sage starts to relax, slowly. The twins bring in toys, books, everything a 6-year-old could want. They're patient with him, gentle, especially Elias, who seems to have a natural way with children. Sage calls him Leah within 2 days. Rowan gets Ro. And just like that, my brother has 2 new protectors. I should be more suspicious, should question their motives, should wonder why 2 wealthy alphas care so much about a blind Omega and his traumatized little brother. But every day I see more evidence that they're genuine. The way Elias reads to Sage before bed. The way Rowan makes sure I eat even when I'm too anxious to be hungry. The way both of them respect my space while making it clear they're nearby if I need them. On day 5, Sage asks the question I've been avoiding. Kai, he says while I'm tucking him into bed. Are Leah and Ro your mates? I go still. Why would you ask that? Because you smell different when they're around. He says matter-of-factly. Happier, he's 6. He shouldn't be able to sense those things. But Omega children are sensitive to emotions, to bonds. Maybe he's right. Maybe I do smell different. I don't know, I answer honestly. Maybe. I hope so, Sage says. His voice is getting sleepy. They're nice. They make you smile. Do I smile more? I haven't noticed, but maybe I do. Maybe despite the assassination attempts and the danger and the impossible situation, I'm happier than I've been in years. That night, I can't sleep. My mind races with questions I don't have answers to. Finally, I get up, make my way carefully through the dark penthouse. My hands trail along walls I'm starting to memorize. I find the living room, sink onto the couch, and promptly collide with someone already sitting there. Sorry, I jerk back. It's okay, Elias's voice. His cedar scent washes over me. Couldn't sleep either. No, I settle onto the couch, keeping distance between us. Too much to think about. He's quiet for a moment. Then, can I ask you something? Sure. When did you lose your sight? The question hits harder than I expect. 3 weeks ago, I say. Woke up one morning and everything was just gone. Doctors couldn't explain it. Ran every test. Nothing worked. I'm sorry, Elias says. That must have been terrifying. It was, I admit. Still is. Every day I wake up hoping it was a nightmare, that I'll open my eyes and see again, but I don't. There's a rustling sound, Elias moving closer. May I? He asks. What? May I touch you? I should say no, should maintain boundaries, should not let this stranger, this alpha, this possible mate get any closer. Yes, I whisper instead. His hand finds mine. Gentle. Oh, careful. I need to tell you something, he says, about why people are trying to kill us, why you got caught in the middle of this. I am listening. My brother and I, we run a pharmaceutical research company, he explains. We've been developing a treatment for genetic blindness, gene therapy, cellular regeneration. It could restore sight to people who've lost it. My heart stops. What? It's still in trials, he continues, but the results are promising, very promising. And that's why someone's trying to kill you, Rowan says from somewhere across the room. I didn't hear him enter. Our competitor, a company called Vortex Pharmaceuticals. They have a different approach, a drug that can cause blindness, paired with an antidote they control. What? My voice comes out strangled. Why would anyone? Control, Elias says quietly. An alpha drugs an omega. Makes them dependent on the antidote, creates a power dynamic that's impossible to escape from. That's horrific. It is, Rowan agrees, and if our treatment works, their entire business model becomes worthless. The antidote won't be the only cure anymore. So they're trying to kill you before you can finish, I say. Yes? And you got caught in the crossfire, Elias says. I'm sorry. This isn't your fight, but it became your fight the moment you stepped into that elevator. Silence falls. My mind is racing. A treatment for blindness, something that could give me back my sight. See my brother's face. See the world again. See them. Do you think, I start carefully, could your treatment work for me? We'd need to run tests, Rowan says, genetic screenings, blood work. But yes, there's a chance. A good chance, actually. Given that your blindness was sudden onset, that usually indicates something reversible. Hope blooms in my chest, painful and bright. When can we test? I ask. Tomorrow, Elias says. If you want, we have a private medical facility, full research lab. We can start the evaluation process immediately. I have to stop, take a breath. I want to see again. Then we'll make that happen, Rowan says. Whatever it takes. You're ours, Kai, and we take care of what's ours. 2 weeks pass. The testing is extensive. Blood draws, genetic mapping, scans I can't see, but trust are happening. The doctors explain everything in terms I barely understand. Cellular markers, gene sequences, treatment protocols. Elias sits with me through every appointment, holding my hand when the needles go in, explaining things when I get confused. Rowan handles security, making sure Vortex doesn't know where we are or what we're doing. And Sage, he's thriving, actually thriving, getting therapy from a specialist Elias hired, playing with toys, laughing. I haven't heard my brother laugh in years. On day 16, the lead researcher, Dr. Park, calls us into her office. I have the results, she says, and I can hear the smile in her voice. Kai, you're an ideal candidate for the treatment. Your genetic markers are perfect. The damage isn't permanent. We can fix this. My hands start shaking. Are you sure? I'm sure, she says. We can start immediately if you want. Today. Yes, I say without hesitation. Yes, start today. The treatment takes 4 hours. They explain it's a combination of gene therapy and stem cell regeneration. I lie on a medical bed while they inject things into my eyes. It doesn't hurt exactly, but it feels strange. Pressure and warmth and the sensation of something changing at a cellular level. Elias holds my hand the entire time. Rowan paces. I can hear him moving back and forth, his smoke and amber scent agitated. When it's done, Dr. Park wraps my eyes in soft bandages. The effects won't be immediate. she explains. It takes 24 to 48 hours for the treatment to fully integrate. Keep the bandages on until tomorrow morning, then we'll see what we're working with. Tomorrow morning, less than 24 hours until I know if this worked, if I'll see again. The wait is torture. I can't sleep, can't eat, just sit on the couch counting seconds, minutes, hours. Sage curls up next to me. Are you scared? He asks. Terrified, I admit. What if it doesn't work? Then we figure out something else, Elias says from the other couch. But I think it's going to work. I can feel it. How can you feel it? I ask. The bond, he says simply. I can feel you through it. Your hope, your fear, your determination. It's getting stronger every day. I should feel violated by that. Someone sensing my emotions without permission. But instead, it feels comforting. Like I'm not alone in this. Like someone's carrying the weight with me. Morning comes eventually. Dr. Park arrives at dawn. Ready? She asks. No, I say honestly. But let's do it anyway. She unwraps the bandages slowly. Layer after layer of soft gauze. The pressure releases, and I'm still in darkness. My heart sinks. Then Dr. Park says, open your eyes slowly. Kai, the light will be bright. I open them, and I see light. Actual light. Not just the memory of light or the imagination of light. Real. That's genuine light filtering through my eyelids. It's blurry at first, shapes without definition, colors bleeding together. But it's there. It's actually there. Oh my God, I breathe. Can you see? Elias asks urgently. Can you? I can see light, I say, and my voice breaks. I can actually see light. Sage makes a sound between a laugh and a sob. He throws himself at me, wrapping his small arms around my neck. Kai, he's crying. Kai, you can see again. Not clearly yet, I say, but I'm going to. I can feel it. Dr. Park is talking, explaining that my vision will continue to improve over the next few days, that everything looks exactly as it should, that the treatment worked perfectly, but I'm not listening anymore, because the shapes in front of me are starting to sharpen. Features are emerging from the blur, and I can see him. Elias. Dark hair and sharp features and eyes the color of winter storms. He's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Hi, he says softly, and he's smiling. Actually smiling. Hi, I whisper back. Then I turn. Another face comes into focus. Rowan. Similar features to Elias, identical twins, but different. Harder edges, colder eyes, but looking at me with the same expression his brother has. Hope and relief and something deeper, something that makes my omega instincts sing. Mates. That voice whispers again. They're your mates. And this time I don't push it away. Over the next 3 days, my vision continues to improve. The blur fades, colors become vivid, details emerge. I see Sage's face clearly for the first time. His dark hair and bright eyes and the smile that splits his face when he realizes I can see him. I see the penthouse, massive and expensive and more beautiful than I imagined. Floor-to-ceiling windows showing the city stretched out below. I see the twins, really see them. Elias with his gentler expressions, Rowan with his calculating gaze, both of them watching me like I'm precious, irreplaceable. And then I see something else, something impossible. Golden threads, shimmering and delicate, one stretching from my chest to Elias's, another to Rowan's, connecting us, binding us. The mate bond, I breathe. I can see it. You can see it, Elias asks. He's standing right in front of me now. Most people can't see the bond, not until after they're marked, but I can. It's right there. Visible proof that we're connected, that this is real. Does it scare you? Rowan asks. His voice is careful, guarded. No, I say honestly. It should. This has all happened so fast. But no, it feels right. We haven't marked you yet, Elias says. Haven't completed the bond. We wanted to wait until you could see, until you could choose us with full knowledge of what you were getting into. I look at both of them. These alphas who saved me, who protected my brother, who gave me back my sight, who've been patient and kind and everything I never thought I deserved. I choose you, I say, both of you. If you'll have me. If you're sure. We've been sure since the elevator. Rowan says. The moment you stepped in, we knew. Elias moves closer. May I? He asks, his hand coming up to cup my face. Yes, I breathe. He kisses me, soft at first, testing, asking permission with every movement. I kiss him back, pouring everything I feel into it. Gratitude and affection and the beginning of something that might be love. When we break apart, Rowan is right there. His hand slides into my hair and he pulls me toward him. His kiss is different, demanding, possessive, claiming me in a way that makes every omega instinct I have light up with, yes, this, mine. May I mark you? Elias asks when Rowan finally releases me. His hand is on my neck, right where the bond mark should go. Please, I say. His teeth sink in, not deep enough to really hurt, but enough that I feel it. The bond flares gold and bright. I can see it pulse, watch the thread between us strengthen and solidify. And suddenly I can feel him, actually feel his emotions flooding through the connection. Joy and possessiveness and love, so much love it takes my breath away. Rowan marks the other side of my neck. The bond completes, locks into place, and I'm theirs, fully, permanently, through the bond. I feel their contentment, their fierce protectiveness, their absolute certainty that I belong to them and they belong to me. It's overwhelming and perfect and exactly what I needed without knowing I needed it. Sage appears in the doorway. He's grinning. Does this mean they're my brothers now? He asks. Yeah, I say, pulling him into a hug. I guess it does. Good, Sage says, wrapping his arms around my waist. Because I like them, and they make you happy. I am happy. For the first time in longer than I can remember. The next few weeks are an adjustment, learning to live with two mates who can feel my emotions, who seem determined to give me everything I've never had. Safety, stability, love, Vortex, pharmaceuticals tries one more attack. They fail, badly. Rowan and Elias have resources I didn't understand at first. Security teams, legal power, connections that span industries. Vortex's CEO ends up arrested. Their research facility shut down. The drug that causes blindness destroyed, and the twins' treatment. Our treatment now, because they've made it clear that everything they have is mine. It goes public, helps hundreds of people regain their sight, changes lives. Sage starts school, a good school where the teachers actually care, where he can be a kid instead of a victim. He comes home every day with stories and drawings and that smile I love so much. My mother tries to contact us once. Rowan handles it. I don't know what he said to her, but she doesn't try again. 6 months after that wrong elevator ride, I wake up in our bed. Our bed, because somewhere along the way, separate rooms became one shared space. Rowan is already awake, reading something on his tablet. Elias is still asleep, one arm thrown over my waist. Morning, Rowan says quietly. He leans over and kisses my forehead. Morning, I whisper back, not wanting to wake Elias. Through the windows, I can see the city waking up, the sun rising over buildings I can actually see, colors painting the sky. How did I get so lucky, I ask, to find you both? We're the lucky ones, Rowan says. We were searching for our mate for years. And then you stepped into our elevator. Best accident of my life, I say. Mine too, Elias murmurs, apparently awake after all. He pulls me closer. Now go back to sleep. It's too early, but I don't want to sleep. Don't want to miss a single moment of this life I've been given. So I just lie there, between my two mates, listening to the city outside, feeling their warmth. Seeing the golden threads of our bond shimmer in the morning light. Sage's voice drifts down the hallway. He's awake, talking to himself, probably playing with the new toy Elias got him yesterday. Safe, happy, loved. I got in the wrong elevator that day, made a mistake that should have been mundane, but instead it brought me here, to a life I never imagined, to mates who see me, to a brother who can finally be a child, to sight restored and a future I'm not afraid of. Sometimes the wrong floor is exactly where you need to be. Sometimes getting lost leads you home, and sometimes the worst mistake of your life is actually the best thing that ever happened to you. The end. If Kai's journey from darkness to light, from fear to love, from lost to found touched your heart, Please hit that like button. Drop a comment and tell me which moment hit you hardest. The elevator scene, the brother rescue, the first time Kai saw their faces, the mate bond marking. Let me know what resonated with you. And don't forget to subscribe, because stories like this, where wrong turns lead to right destinations and broken people find healing through love, are what we're all about here. Sometimes you step into the wrong elevator. Sometimes strangers become family. And sometimes the thing you think is ruining your life is actually saving it. Thanks for being here. But the nights are hard. Sage has nightmares, wakes up screaming about the closet, about our mother, about being locked away in the dark. I'm there every time, holding him, promising he's safe, but I can't see his face. So you can't tell if my words are actually helping or if he's just pretending to calm down for my sake. The twins help. Elias is especially good with him. He sits on the floor of Sage's room and reads stories in different voices until my brother finally falls back asleep. Rowan is more practical. He installed a nightlight that projects stars on the ceiling, gave Sage a special button he can press if he gets scared, that alerts all three of us immediately. Never have to be alone, Rowan tells him. Never have to be scared. Just press the button and we come running. During the day, while I'm being tested, the twins teach Sage. Not formal school yet, he's too traumatized for that. But gentle lessons. Elias teaches him to read, pointing out letters in picture books, celebrating every word Sage sounds out successfully. Rowan teaches him numbers. Are they building blocks and counting games that make math feel like play instead of work? And they teach him what safety feels like, what it means to have adults who don't hurt you, who actually want you to be happy. I watch all of this through my other senses, hear the patience in their voices, smell the contentment in their scents when Sage laughs or learns something new, feel the bond growing stronger every day, connecting me to these alphas who've somehow become everything. On day 8, Sage asks Elias a question during breakfast. Why are you so nice to us? You don't have to be. Elias is quiet for a moment. I hear him set down his coffee cup. Because your brother is our mate, he says gently, which means your family, and family takes care of each other. But we're not really your family, Sage says. His voice is so small. You didn't choose us. We did choose you, Rowan says from across the table. The moment Kai stepped into that elevator, we chose both of you. Why? Sage presses. We're nothing special. We're broken. You're not broken, Elias says firmly. You've been hurt. That's different. Broken things can't heal, but hurt things can, with time and care and people who love them. Do you love us? Sage asks. His voice is barely a whisper. Yes, both twins say at the same time. We do. I feel something crack open in my chest. These alphas, these strangers who became mates, who became family. They're saying they love my broken little brother. They're promising to help him heal. Later that day, while Sage is napping, I sit with the twins in their office. I need to tell you something, I say. My hands are shaking, about why I went blind. We're listening. Rowan says. I was meeting someone, I explain, an alpha. He said he wanted to court me, said he'd been watching me for weeks and thought I was beautiful. I should have known better, should have been more careful. But I was lonely and desperate and stupid. What happened? Elias asks. His voice has gone dangerously quiet. He drugged my drink at dinner, I say. When I woke up, my vision was blurry. By morning, it was gone completely. He left a note, said I should have accepted his bond when he offered it properly, that this was my punishment for rejecting him. Silence. Then footsteps. Rowan, pacing. His scent has gone acrid with rage. Name, he says. What? Give me his name. Why? I ask. Because I'm going to destroy him, Rowan says flatly. Nobody hurts our mate and walks away. Rowan, Elias cautions. But he doesn't sound like he disagrees. Just like he's trying to be the reasonable one. The alpha's name is Marcus Chen, I say quietly. He works in pharmaceutical sales. Which company? Elias asks, and his voice has gone cold. Vortex, I whisper. Marcus Chen works for Vortex Pharmaceuticals. The temperature in the room drops. Do you understand what that means? Rowan asks. I think so. They didn't just try to kill us randomly. They targeted you because of me. Because I rejected one of their employees and he retaliated. Your blindness wasn't punishment, Elias says, his voice shaking with suppressed fury. It was a test. They used you to test their drug, and then they tried to eliminate us before we could create the treatment that would make their drug worthless. They've been planning this for weeks. You are bait. My stomach turns. I'm going to be sick. I stand too fast, stumble. Elias catches me, guides me to a couch. Breathe, he says. Just breathe. I was so stupid, I manage. I put you both in danger because I was desperate enough to meet a strange alpha for dinner. You couldn't have known, Rowan says, but I should have. Should have been more careful. Should have. Stop, Elias interrupts. This isn't your fault. Marcus Chen is a predator who saw a vulnerable Omega and decided to use you. That's on him, not you. We're gonna handle it, Rowan says. Marcus Chen and everyone at Vortex who knew about this, they're going to pay for what they did to you. I don't want revenge, I say. I just want my brother safe. Want to see again. Want this nightmare to be over. Then let us take care of it, Elias says. You focus on healing, on getting ready for the treatment. Let us handle the rest. On day 12, I'm in the medical facility for another round of testing when I hear shouting in the hallway. Elias is there immediately. Stay here, he says. His voice has gone hard. Dangerous. What's happening? Just stay here. The door closes, locks. I hear footsteps running, more shouting, then gunfire. The sound is muffled but unmistakable. My heart hammers. I sink to the floor, making myself small. The way I learned to do as a child when our parents fought. Make yourself invisible. Make yourself nothing. Maybe they won't notice you then. The door bursts open. I flinch, expecting violence, but it's Rowan's voice. Kai, it's me. We need to move, now. He pulls me to my feet. Where's Elias? I ask frantically. Safe, Rowan says. He's clearing our exit, but we need to go now. We move through hallways I don't recognize. I hear doors slamming. Security protocols activating. Rowan's hand never leaves my arm, guiding me around obstacles I can't see. We reach what sounds like a garage. Elias is there. His cedar scent is mixed with something sharp. Gunpowder, maybe, or blood. Are you hurt? I ask. I'm fine, he says. Get in the car. The ride back to the penthouse is tense. Nobody speaks. But through the bond I feel their rage, their fear, their absolute determination to protect me and Sage no matter what it costs. What happened? I finally ask. They found us, Rowan says. Vortex. They sent a team to the facility, tried to destroy our research. Did they succeed? No, Elias says. We have backups, redundancies, but they knew where to look, which means they have inside information. Someone's feeding them intel. We need to figure out who. And fast, Rowan adds, before they try again. When we get back to the penthouse, Sage is with the security team in a safe room. He runs to me the moment we enter, wrapping himself around my legs. Kai, he sobs. I was so scared. I heard the alarms and they wouldn't tell me what was happening. I'm okay, I promise. Kneeling down so I can hold him properly. We're both okay. See? Safe. That night, neither twin leaves my side. Rowan runs security protocols from his laptop in the bedroom. Elias sits on the bed, his back against the headboard, one hand on my shoulder, grounding. Sage refuses to go to his own room, ends up curled between Elias and me, finally falling asleep to the sound of Elias reading quietly from some fantasy novel about dragons and brave knights. I can't protect him like this, I whisper once Sage is fully asleep. Can't even see danger coming. You don't have to, Rowan says, not looking up from his laptop. That's why we're here. But you shouldn't have to protect me, I argue. Shouldn't have to risk everything because I got in the wrong elevator. You're ours, Elias says simply. His hand squeezes my shoulder. This isn't a burden. This is what mates do. We protect each other, even if one of us is blind and helpless. Especially then, Rowan corrects. His voice softens slightly. Kai, you're not helpless. You survived 3 weeks blind in a world designed for sighted people. You got your brother out of an abusive home. You trusted us when you had every reason not to. That's not helpless. That's strong. I don't feel strong. You don't have to feel it for it to be true. Elias says. Now sleep. Tomorrow we finalize your treatment protocol. In 3 days, you'll see again. The days leading up to the treatment feel both endless and too short. I'm terrified and hopeful in equal measure. What if it doesn't work? What if I stay blind forever? What if I finally see their faces and don't like what I find? That last fear is ridiculous, I know. I already love them, already feel the bond connecting us. But the fear persists anyway. Elias senses it through the bond. He finds me one afternoon sitting by the windows I can't see through. Talk to me, he says, sitting beside me. What are you afraid of? Everything, I admit. Nothing. I don't know. Try, he encourages. I'm afraid that even if the treatment works, I'll still be broken somehow. I say that getting my sight back won't fix all the other ways I'm damaged. Elias's hand finds mine. You're not broken. How do you know? I can feel you through the bond, he says. Every part of you, and nothing about you is broken. Hurt, yes. Scared, definitely. But not broken. There's a difference. What difference? Broken things can't be fixed, he says. Hurt things heal. You're healing already. I can feel it. Your brother is healing. We're all healing together. Rowan joins us. I hear him sit on my other side. We have news, he says, about Marcus Chen. I go still. What kind of news? He's been arrested, Rowan says. We found evidence linking him to multiple cases of drugging omegas. 11 victims besides you, all of them temporarily blinded, all of them terrorized. He's going to prison for a very long time. Good, I say, but I don't feel the satisfaction I thought I would. Just tired, so tired. And the other omegas, I ask, can they be helped? Already being treated, Elias says. 'Cause we're offering our treatment to all of them, free of charge. Vortex can't stop us now. Their whole operation is under investigation. Multiple executives arrested. The company will likely be dissolved within months. So it's over, I whisper. The threat, the danger, all of it. Not entirely, Rowan says carefully. There are still people who want to stop our research, who profit from keeping omegas vulnerable. But Vortex specifically. Yes, that's done. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Sage is safe. Actually safe. We all are. Day 15 arrives with a knock on the door. A delivery. Elias brings me a package. What is it? I ask. Open it and see, he says, then laughs at himself. Sorry, old habit. I'll open it for you. He describes what's inside. A soft sweater in deep blue, exactly my size. From Rowan, Elias says. He picked it out himself, spent an hour in the store touching fabrics until he found one soft enough. He wanted you to have something comfortable for after the treatment, when you can see again. Tears prick my eyes. He did that for me. He's been doing a lot for you, Elias says softly. We both have. You just haven't noticed because you're trying so hard to convince yourself you're a burden. I'm not. You are, he interrupts gently, but you're wrong. You're not a burden. You're our mate, our family, and taking care of you, making you happy. That makes us happy. I don't know what to say to that, so I just put on the sweater. And Elias is right. It's impossibly soft. Rowan chose well. That evening, Sage has a good day. No nightmares the night before, no panic attacks. He spends the afternoon building a castle out of blocks with Elias, chattering happily about dragons and knights and magic. At dinner, he asks if he can call them Dad, both of them. I freeze. The twins go silent. Sage rushes to fill the quiet. I mean, if that's okay. I know you're not really my dad's, but Kai's your mate, so you're kinda like my dad's, and you're nicer than any adults I've ever met, so I thought maybe. You can call us whatever you want, Elias says. His voice is rough, emotional. And we'd be honored if you called us Dad. Really? Sage asks. Really? Rowan confirms. Your brother is our mate, which makes you our son in every way that matters. Sage makes a sound between a laugh and a sob, launches himself at Elias, then at Rowan, hugging them both fiercely. Thank you, he keeps saying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Through the bond, I feel the twins' joy, their fierce protectiveness, their love for this broken little boy who's slowly learning to trust again, and I fall a little more in love with them both. Day 16 finally arrives. Dr. Park explains the treatment one more time. The injection will contain modified genes and stem cells designed to repair the damage Marcus Chen's drug caused. It will take several hours to complete. You'll need to keep your eyes bandaged for 24 hours afterward. Then we'll see if it worked. Any questions? Just one, I say. What are my chances? Honestly, 70%, she says, maybe 80. Your case is complicated but not impossible. I've seen worse outcomes heal. I'll take those odds. The treatment room smells like antiseptic impossibility. I lie back on the medical bed. Elias holds my left hand. Rowan holds my right. We're here, Elias says, the whole time. We're not going anywhere. The first injection burns, not painfully, but intensely, like ice and fire at the same time. I squeeze both their hands. They squeeze back. You're doing great, Rowan says, his voice steady. Strong, just breathe. Keep breathing. More injections, more burning, more pressure. Dr. Park talks me through each step, explains what she's doing and why. The twins never let go, never stop murmuring encouragement, never stop sending calm and love through the bond. 2 hours in, I start crying, not from pain, from overwhelm, from fear and hope and the sheer impossibility of what's happening. I might see again. I might actually see. What if I can't handle it? I whisper. What if seeing again is too much after all this darkness? Then we'll help you adjust, Elias says, one day at a time. What if I disappoint you? I press. What if you see me seeing you and you realize I'm not what you thought? Impossible, Rowan says flatly. We know exactly what you are, brave and strong in ours. Nothing about seeing will change that. The treatment continues. 3 hours. 4. Finally, Dr. Park steps back. That's it, she says, all done. Now we wait. She wraps my eyes in soft bandages, layer after layer of gauze blocking out light that I can't see anyway. 24 hours, she reminds me. Keep these on, don't touch them, don't get them wet, and try not to stress. The treatment needs time to work. Easy for her to say. The wait is agony. Every minute feels like an hour. Every hour feels like a day. I pace the penthouse, sit, stand, pace again, drive myself and everyone around me crazy with nervous energy. Sage tries to distract me with stories about his day. Elias makes my favorite foods that I can't eat because my stomach is in knots. Rowan attempts to interest me in an audiobook. Nothing works. Finally, Elias says, stop. Just stop. Stop pacing, stop worrying, stop torturing yourself. Come here. He guides me to the couch, sits me down between him and Rowan. Their scents surround me, cedar and smoke, winter rain and amber. Home. Talk to us, Elias says. Tell us what you're thinking. I'm thinking that in less than 12 hours I'll know if this worked, I say, and I'm terrified. Of it not working, Rowan asks, or of it working? Both, I admit. If it doesn't work, I stay blind forever. But if it does work, what if seeing changes everything? What if I can't handle the bond anymore once I can see you? What if? Kai, Elias interrupts. The bond doesn't change based on sight. You already know us, feel us, love us. Seeing won't change that. But no buts, Rowan says. You're ours blind or sighted. Nothing changes that, ever. I want to believe them, choose to believe them, let their certainty become mine. That night, I don't sleep at all. Just lie in bed between my mates, feeling their warmth, smelling their scents, listening to their breathing. The bond pulses gently between us, stronger than it's ever been. They don't sleep either. I can tell from the way they shift positions occasionally, the way their hands find mine in the dark. We're all waiting, all hoping, all terrified. Dawn comes slowly, then quickly. Then Dr. Park arrives with her medical bag and her calm professional demeanor. Ready? She asks. No, I say, but let's do it anyway. She unwraps the bandages, slowly, carefully, each layer revealing more of whatever is underneath. I'm still in darkness, still blind. My heart sinks. This didn't work. It didn't. Then Dr. Park says, open your eyes, slowly. The light might be bright. I open them and everything changes. Light, real, actual light, not darkness, not the absence of everything, but light filtering through, colors bleeding at the edges, shapes forming from blur. I can see, I breathe. Oh my God, I can see. It's not clear yet. Everything is fuzzy, indistinct, like looking through frosted glass. But it's there. Actually, there. Can you see light? Dr. Park asks. Can you distinguish shapes? Yes, I say. My voice breaks. Yes, both. Colors, movement, everything. Sage appears in my peripheral vision. His shape is small, child-sized, moving closer. Kai, his voice is shaking. Can you see me? I can see something, I say. Not clearly yet, but yes, I can see you. He launches himself at me, nearly knocks me off the medical bed. I catch him, hold him close, and I can see the dark blur of his hair, the pale blur of his skin, my little brother, actually visible. You're going to be okay, he sobs into my shoulder. You're really going to be okay. Yeah, I whisper, I think I am. Over the next hours, my vision continues to improve. The fog lifts gradually, shapes become defined, colors separate and clarify. Faces emerge from the blur. Dr. Park's professional smile, the nurse's kind eyes, and then Elias, standing at the foot of the bed, dark hair and sharp features and eyes the color of winter storms. He's beautiful, more beautiful than I imagined. I stare, can't stop staring. Hi, he says softly. His voice matches his face perfectly. Hi, I manage. Rowan steps beside his brother. Identical features but different, harder edges, colder expression, but looking at me with the same intensity Elias has. Can you see us? He asks. Yes. I'm still staring. I can see both of you. And, Elias prompts, gently, encouraging. You're perfect, I say, both of you. Exactly what I hoped, but better. So much better. Sage tugs my hand. What about me? He asks. Do I look how you remembered? I turn to my brother, see his face clearly for the first time in 3 weeks. Dark hair like mine, wide eyes, the small scar on his chin from when he fell at the playground years ago. You're taller, I say, and your face is thinner, but you're still my Sage, still my baby brother. He grins, a real smile, the kind I haven't seen in so long. I missed you seeing me, he says, missed you looking at me. I'm looking now, I promise, and I'm not going to stop. The next few days are overwhelming in the best way. Everything is new. The city views from the windows, the sunrise, the sunset, colors and shapes and textures I can finally see instead of just feel. Elias and Rowan are patient. They walk me through the penthouse, showing me everything, describing what I'm seeing, answering my constant questions. Sage stays close, pointing out his favorite things, his room with the star projector, the kitchen where they make his favorite pancakes, the view of the city he likes to watch at night, and the mate bond. I can see it now, golden threads stretching from my chest to each of the twins, shimmering, pulsing with every heartbeat, visible proof that we're connected, that this is real. You can see it, Elias asks one evening. We're sitting on the couch. Sage is asleep in his room. Rowan is working in his office. The bond. I nod. It's beautiful. Looks like gold, like light. That's what it feels like too, he says, having you connected to us, like light. I lean against him. His arm comes around me automatically. I love you, I say. The words come easier now. I've felt them for weeks but couldn't say them. Now I can. I love you both. I know, Elias says. We've felt it through the bond, but it's nice to hear. We love you too. More than you know. Week 3. Post-treatment, Rowan takes me to his office. There's something I want to show you, he says. He pulls up files on his computer, points to data I don't fully understand. This is Marcus Chen, he says. His trial starts next month. With your testimony and the other victims, he'll be convicted, sentenced to life most likely. Good, I say, and his victims. They're all being treated, Rowan says. 8 have already regained their sight. The other 3 are in process. Your treatment saved them, not just you, all of them. I don't know what to say. I'm not a hero. You're exactly what we needed, Rowan interrupts. You trusted us when you had no reason to. Let us help you. Let us help your brother. And because of that, Because of you, 11 other Omegas are getting their lives back. That matters. You matter. He pulls me close, kisses my forehead. I love you, he says, gruff and awkward because emotions aren't his strength, but real. So real. I love you too, I say, always. The marking ceremony happens on a quiet Sunday morning. No formal event, no announcement, just us. The four of us in the penthouse with the city spread out below. Are you sure? Elias asks. This is permanent. Irreversible. I'm sure, I say, more sure than I've ever been of anything. I want this, want you both, want to make it official. Rowan's hand finds my neck. His thumb brushes the spot where his mark will go. You know what this means, he says. You'll be ours completely, permanently bound. We'll feel everything you feel, know everything you know. Yes, I say, that's what I want, to belong to you, to belong with you. Elias moves to my other side. His hand mirrors his brother's, touching the matching spot on the opposite side of my neck. Last chance to back out, he says, but he's smiling. Knows I won't. Mark me, I say, both of you, please. They move in sync, perfectly coordinated. Their teeth sink into my neck simultaneously, left and right, twin marks for twin mates. The bond explodes. Golden light so bright I can see it even with my eyes closed. Power floods through me, theirs into mine, mine into theirs. We're connected completely now, permanently. 4 souls, 4 hearts, 1 family. When they pull back, I'm crying, not from pain, from joy, from the overwhelming rightness of this. Through the bond I feel them, every emotion, every thought, every bit of love they have for me. It's too much and not enough and perfect. Ours, Rowan says, finally, officially. Yours, I agree, always yours. Months pass. Sage starts school properly, a good school where the teachers are kind and the other children don't bully him. He makes friends, brings home drawings and stories and that smile that lights up his whole face. He calls the twins Dad without hesitation now, introduces them proudly to anyone who will listen. My dads, he says. They saved us, made us a family. Elias's pharmaceutical company launches the blindness treatment publicly. It becomes one of the fastest adopted treatments in medical history. Thousands of people regain their sight. Marcus Chen is convicted, sentenced to life in prison without parole. The other executives at Vortex receive similar sentences. The company is dissolved, its assets liquidated, the money used to compensate victims. Justice. Actually, genuinely, justice. My mother tries to contact us once. A letter arrives at the penthouse. Rowan intercepts it, reads it, then burns it without showing me. She wanted money, he says simply. Thought she could guilt you into supporting her. I told her to never contact us again. Or what, I ask. Or I'll make sure she regrets it, he says. His voice has that cold edge that means he's serious. I don't feel guilty for not caring. Don't feel bad that my mother and I will never reconcile. Some relationships aren't worth saving. A year after the elevator, I wake up in our bed, because somewhere along the way, separate spaces became one shared space. I'm between my mates like always, Rowan on my left, Elias on my right, both still asleep. I take a moment just to look at them, something I can do now. See their faces relaxed in sleep, see the mate marks on their necks, matching mine, see the bond threads connecting us, gold and bright and permanent. Through the windows, I can see the sunrise, colors painting the sky, the city waking up below. Sage will be up soon, chattering about school, about his friends, about the science project he's working on. Normal kid things, safe kid things. I never thought I'd have this. A family that doesn't hurt, mates who actually love me, a brother who's healing, a life worth living, all because I got in the wrong elevator one rainy morning. Best mistake of my life, I whisper. Rowan stirs, opens his eyes. What was? Getting in that elevator, I say. Finding you, all of it. Rowan pulls me closer, kisses my temple. Best mistake of ours too, he says. Then louder, stop pretending to sleep, Elias. I know you're awake. Elias cracks one eye open, grins, was enjoying listening to you two be sappy. It's cute. We're not cute, Rowan says. We're terrifying. Sure you are, I tease. Terrifying. That's exactly the word I'd use for someone who bought my brother an entire bookshelf full of fantasy novels last week. He likes reading, Rowan defends, and terrifying people can buy books. I rest my head on his chest. You're a softie and you know it, only for you, he says, and Sage and Elias, so basically everyone you love, I point out. Fine, Rowan concedes, maybe I'm going soft. Being mated apparently does that. Good, I say, I like you soft, like you being happy, like this life we've built. Me too, he admits quietly. Me too. Sage appears in the doorway, already dressed for school, talking about breakfast and his homework and something about dinosaurs I don't fully follow. The twins get up, start the morning routine, coffee and pancakes and helping Sage find his backpack that's somehow gotten lost despite being in the same place it always is. I watch all of this, still amazed that this is my life, that this is my family, still grateful every single day for the wrong elevator that brought me here. Kai, Elias calls. You coming? Yeah, I say, standing. Joining them in the kitchen, where I belong, where I've always belonged. I just had to get lost first to find my way home. Sometimes wrong turns are exactly right. Sometimes mistakes are blessings in disguise. Sometimes you step into an elevator meant for someone else and find everything you never knew you needed. That's my story. How a blind Omega got in the wrong elevator and found two mates, saved his brother, regained his sight, and built a family that actually feels like home. Best, worst mistake I ever made. Years later, when people ask me how we met, I tell them the truth. I got in the wrong elevator, made a mistake, counted wrong, and ended up somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. And that mistake changed everything. Brought me to two alphas who became my mates, my partners, my home. Gave my brother the childhood he deserved. Gave me back my sight. Gave me a life I never dreamed possible. The Triplet Alpha Kings were waiting at the top. Not kings of any realm except their own lives, their company, their family. But they became my kings anyway. The people I'd follow anywhere. The people I'd trust with everything. The people who saw me blind and broken and said, yes, this one, he's ours. So no, I don't regret the wrong elevator. Don't wish I'd gone to my appointment that day instead. Don't wish I'd counted better or been more careful. Because careful wouldn't have brought me here. Wouldn't have brought me to them, and I wouldn't trade this for anything. The best mistakes are the ones that lead you home. And mine led me to two mates, one brother, and a family built on love instead of fear. Not bad for someone who just couldn't count elevator buttons properly.